Hello, good evening. Welcome along to the Jackocar Cup Series here for Season 12, Round 16. And as promised, the random track generator has been binned. And obviously it was going to be Monza. It had to be Monza because Mexico was a Championship 5 and we wanted to have an exciting Championship 4 for the chase drivers. And so Monza is where we go. Very much looking forward to this race. And we're going to explain how everything works throughout the night. I mean, it's extremely simple. Arnaud, we don't really care about him. He's completely irrelevant, it has to be said. But he is actually, he's not, because he's our Joker tonight. But I mean, Jokers can't win anyway, so it doesn't matter actually. But yes, it is Championship 4 night for the chase drivers, where one of the 4 remaining chase drivers obviously can earn their spot into the Championship 5. The fight for the Championship 5 is effectively non-existent, so we won't really worry about that from the playoff side. So this is very much a chase focused race. And we're coming to the Owen Wyatt, and with me I have got Jacko in the box once again. Penultimate race in charge of the league, and I'm sure you're absolutely delighted.
Yes,
maybe
good
not.
evening, everyone. It's almost sad. Almost sad. I have just posted a tweet with the link to the stream saying the last playoff race of the Jacko era of Jackocar. However, it's still going to be called Jackocar, so it's only really me that gives a shit that this is very much coming to the end. But I get to relinquish the ownership, and then I get to take a back seat, much like your good self, Owen White. And you've had a great time over the last 6 years.
This is it,
you've had no stress.
Apart from
so
that,
I'm going to be joining you. Apart from what? Sorry.
Apart from my short break in the middle of first year of uni where I couldn't be arsed. Maybe you'll get to that phase at some point. So barring maybe season 7, 8, 9, however long that we lasted. It's fun being in the back seat. Easier. All I have to do is show up and just chat a lot of shit for 90 minutes a week. So it's pretty easy. But shall we explain the Chase Championship 4? Because this is pretty simple, actually, isn't it? But we've basically been doing our chase in the style of the playoffs, where we eliminate drivers every couple of weeks and narrow it down to 4. And those 4 are Barry Baldwin, who we're watching, not Gareth Hall, who we are watching. Where's Robin? Is Robin out on track yet? Where's Robin? Not out on track yet.
P9. Not yet.
Not out on track. And interestingly, Pete Knighton. So these are the 4 drivers that we're going to be paying attention to tonight, because whoever finishes highest out of these 4 drivers will be guaranteed a spot in next week's Championship 5. As for the other 4 drivers, they are going to be Tony Kirkpatrick, Casper Klein, Jake O'Sullivan and Corey Dalton. That's unless we get a race victory for Chris Waits. It has to be a race victory because he's too many points behind the top 4. So yeah, keep an eye on Chris Waits. I think he's probably resigned to the fact he's not going to win the race tonight, but you just never know.
And Owen, so that we don't get carried away with that, because let's keep the focus on the chase drivers. Even if Chris Waits wins, he cannot race in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
should he knock out Casper or whoever, the driver he knocks out immediately gets put back in to the championship, what would be a championship 4, to make a championship 5. We have done it before. I think we did it in Kia Series once. Somebody knocked someone out and then they couldn't race, and we put them back in. Oh, it's Camo Babbo, actually, season 2. Maybe?
I thought he got in. In the chase, maybe. I was going to say, because he got into the season 2 Cup Championship 5 by merit, didn't he?
He did, yeah. That because Pete's bin and crash in Canada. Pete binned it, and then Camo Babbo advanced because of that. Because he made up the one position he needed. Again, Jackocar coming down to a single point once again. So yeah, it can happen. So if it does happen, it doesn't really matter. The top 4 are confirmed, so that's why we are focused on the chase. And the 4 of them, they've all got reason to be there. I'll just quickly give you my reasoning why. I mean, Robin Border has been in excellent form in the last 3 races. The German, you could argue, based on his postseason, deserves to be there. Gareth Hall, he's always had his troubles. He's always been knocked out in Mexico, I think, for the last 6 seasons in a row in the playoffs. He has his chance to now go to Mexico and win a championship. You've got Baza, total underdog, is just not fast enough, but is still there, still competing, and he won this race in this tier last season. And then of course you've got the miracle of Pete Knighton, who won the Season 1 championship 6 years ago. Is he now going to bookend the Jacko era of Jackocar with a Season 12 title? Wouldn't that be a story? So all of them deserve to be there.
I was going to say, you've already mentioned Baza, but obviously Gareth has also won here, which is quite a weird sort of quirk, where you've got 2 chase drivers who've actually won a race here already. Pete, as you say, a champion, and Rodman, I suppose, is the real outsider here, so I suppose we're sort of, and he's actually top of the chase on points at the moment. Not that really matters, because
he deserves to go through.
yeah, so he's only ahead of Gareth Hall by a single point, and it doesn't matter because it's whoever finishes first tonight anyway out of the 4. But the point is, he's sort of the underdog, but he's actually on the best form at the minute. We have been riding on board with our chase contenders. We saw Pete Knighton get his lap all wrong out of the set in Lesmo. Gareth got a lovely toe off this man, Robin, who's had no such help, but he goes fastest anyway. These guys, remember, they have to do or start their last qualifying lap as Pete now gets a lap on the board. They have to start their last lap with 9 minutes to go on the clock, so just keep an eye on that on the top left. Let's see where Baza is. He's at the end of the first sector, and he's invalidated his lap, so he's realistically going to maybe get 1-2 more attempts at this. He does not want to be starting at the back. That will really cause him problems if he does.
New set of tyres, double run perhaps. It can work around here. FYI, Pete Knighton has also won here in the Cup Series back in Season 1, of course. So Pete Baza,
is that where he got one of his wins?
Race winners here. Yeah, it was his. In fact, Owen, it was his last of 3. The streak that we mention every.
Hungary.
Hang on, what is this?
Baku.
It's now 198 races, not including this week. He won on the bounce: Hungary, Belgium, Monza, 3 in a row.
Belgium. Okay,
and he's still one of only 2 drivers to ever win 3 in a row. The other one being Kyle Smith, who in Season 2 won 4 in a row.
Yes.
Really throwing it back with the stats tonight. But yeah, Robin is the only one of the 4 who has never won here in the Cup Series. I can't remember what he ever did in Gear Series because nobody really cares.
No one cares. Don't tell Sullivan Lewis that, though. Not only is he out of the championship, but this is where he won one of his championships in the Gear Series in Season 7, and he's won a Cup Series race here. So maybe he's the only one who may care about that. As Pete comes into the pits, so this is going to be a bit of a mad dash out of the pits to get some final laps in for these sort of bottom half level drivers. I have noticed the gold on Pete's car. It's probably the first he's ever. I don't recall him ever running gold before. Maybe that's what he needs. He's replaced the blue. Is he celebrating a bit too early, or is he just having his moment just in case it all goes wrong in the race? But at least his car stands out a wee bit, which makes life easier for me as a commentator. And I said I mentioned this on the stream as well. If anyone's been keeping an eye on the graphics, Jacko put Chase next to all the drivers' names, but put week 4 instead of an A. And listen, 3 years of uni, if you showed up to your lecture, they'd give you a first straight up for graphic design. And no one cares about that except me and Jacko. And even then, I don't think Jacko expected anyone to notice. But yeah, that's just for anyone who looked at the graphics.
You were the only one that mentioned it.
Well, exactly. Yeah, some people just don't care about these things. But I look at the smaller details. Just thought we'd give that graphic designer a shout out. Oh, Robin's had enough. I guess he couldn't get back out. Tell you what, Pete's not going to get another lap either. He's only coming out of the pits now. Might have to keep an eye on this, just in case he starts too late. It's definitely 9 minutes, isn't it? We can't just let them get away with it because they're champions. I see what he's doing. He's cutting all the corners. Well, that is legal, so fair enough. I'll just pretend I'm not looking at that then.
Just before we really get into it, we have covered how simple it is just to make it to the Championship 5 for these 4, haven't we? It's just, unlike a Championship 5, you don't have to win the race to win the championship. This is very much beat the other three in whatever position you require. I mean, which could be as low as P14 tonight, and it will put you into the Championship 5 to fight for a title. It's very, very, very simple, and I hope they don't lose sight of that.
Gareth is the only one who's made it. Are we going to bend the rules for the others just so we have something to watch? This is me asking for a bit of Jackocarness here. You bend the rules a load of times. It depends if they actually start their laps. Yeah, okay. In fairness, Baza hasn't bothered.
Did he start his lap in time?
So
Gareth did indeed start on time.
Yeah, Gareth did, but Pete hasn't, and he's obviously this will ruin everything if he. Well, I suppose he's broken the rules. So I mean, if Baz has accepted he can't do it, then yeah, that's a bit poor actually, isn't it? From Pete. Oh, I don't know. Is it definitely 9 minutes? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. You're making me question myself now.
Well, I'm questioning it as well because what on earth is the Championship contender doing messing things up? And Gareth's
all
on a quick
drivers
lap.
outside the top 10 in regular points, 18 minutes to 7 minutes. Hot laps cannot be started once the timer has 9 or less minutes remaining. Laps can, however, be completed after this time. So Gareth is the last one who can set a hot lap, a legal hot lap. Up to the line he comes. Can he improve on P50 and Wyatt? P1 for Gareth Hall.
Yeah, so as we expected, then got a look like a good lap, and he's got up to the top. What would be really annoying now is and Pete is on a quick one as well, so this isn't going to count though, and he's going to have to take a drive-through penalty.
Is he just getting practice in?
I think he is. He's pulled into the inside.
He's got a pit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he was just doing that just to show us he could.
Wipe the sweat.
Thank goodness for that. That's the last thing I wanted to see tonight. People getting in trouble for penalties straight away. What a front row this is. Gareth Hall and Waste Kuba. Can we just bin off the rest of the contenders and just leave it with this? Fantastic stuff.
Waze started his lap at 8:58. It is illegal.
By the way, Arnaud, I saw he'd left the session. He's not come back and he's missed his qualifying slot. Again, it doesn't really matter to him because he's not in the championship, but he's obviously our Joker driver. He's going to be starting at the back of the grid. Unless he's got mitigating circumstances which might let him back in. But just worth noting. But here is Jamie Griffiths, first of the fast drivers, so to speak. See how he gets on, riding in the number 3. Which I'm sure he'll be delighted he won't be able to use for F1 26. But you can enjoy it now while it lasts, before Verstappen takes it. Any thoughts on the F1 decider? We bitched enough about the Jackocar one, but the NASCAR one. Any thoughts on the F1 one?
It was okay.
It's pretty boring. Wasn't it?
It was a little bit boring for a three-way title fight. But you know, man with the most points won the championship. Can't really argue with it. It's different in that sense to NASCAR. Verstappen did all he could. Piastri lost that championship in Baku, I think, as well as all the other races where he binned it afterwards. But the downfall started in Baku. Yeah, nothing really to add. Well done, Lando Norris.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know why I bother asking the question. It's just because I remember season 10 of Jackocar was just so exciting at Abu Dhabi, and then you go back to the real thing. It's just so disappointing. But I suppose at least we've got a different champion for once. That's what we're looking for here in Jackocar. No repeat champions, please. Jimmy Griffiths won't be a champion, let alone a repeat champion this season. But should he? Oh, he's had a horrendous lap as well. He's slowest, and that's after all the slow guys went. So not gone well. Where's Ben Shaw? He needs a win, but we've been saying that for the last 53, 54 races. Big fan of the colour scheme, I've got to say. This is not really a Ben Shaw design, but it certainly stands out. Look at that.
Let me have a look. Sorry, I'm just issuing out penalties still. Let's have a look at Ben Shaw then, as he comes into Ascari. Red, white, and is that black or purple?
I think it's
it's black.
It's black with some yellow tones on there. It's very much a Mike Kelterborn livery from back when he used to run the old Penske Shell livery.
Yeah, no, very, very different for Ben Shaw. I wonder what's inspired that. Maybe the girlfriend's designed it. But up to the line comes Ben Shaw, season 8 champion, of course. He goes P1, P18, 118.8. He's going to give Gareth a nice tow for 27 laps. I hear that's the plan. Get Gareth into the Championship 5. Or do they want Pete there?
And here is Johannes, who's binned off the red on his car as he goes second fastest. A bit more of a sleek look, or maybe more a depressed look actually, with how bad the last sort of 4 or 5 races have gone. But he's gone second fastest, and let's see how Sullivan Lewis does. As I say, he's got previous here. He's won championships here in the Kia Series. He's won Jackocar races here in the Cup Series. He's won Kia Series championships and Cup Series races. I may have said that already, but I'm confusing myself. But point is, we know he's quick here, and he very nearly went off there at the second Lesmo. But we know he's got pace, and we've been looking for him to get a race win somewhere this season. He's had the pace for it, and we always ask the question, will it be this week? Well, it actually could be this week, because this has to be this has to be it, right? It has to be it. He's got to do it at some point. He's got too much pace not to win a race this season. I think he knows that himself. And I tell you what, this looks like a good lap. Round the Alboreto curve. 1 minute 18.8 to beat. Oh, he's not going to do it. He's gone P3. Oh, he's nowhere. Oh, it's hoping.
Oh. There is still hope for Mr. Lewis as well. If Jake, Corey or Tony get themselves a race ban in this race, obviously Chris Waits can't race in Mexico. It would actually elevate Sullivan into the Championship 5. That's his only way in. It's unrealistic, but not impossible.
I feel like at that point I'd be giving it to a second chase driver, because I mean we can't give it to someone who's been knocked out last week. Give it to one of the others who are eligible this week. Do you know what I mean? Mind you, that's not going to happen. No one's going to get a race ban this week. I'm not sure. I'm not sure any of the stewards will want to make that decision. As Waitsy goes,
it'll fall on my head, won't it?
Yeah. Anyway, go out with everyone hating you. Why don't you?
Yeah. I always said I wanted to go out on top. On top of the haters list, will do. It still counts. Here's Tony Kirkpatrick, by the way.
It's Christmas.
Yeah. 11 pole positions so far. It could become 12.
It will be 12. Surely that doesn't get beaten. Surely that doesn't get beaten. What a lap.
Well, let's find out then. Corey Dalton to the line, the last one. And
get the whole thing on board here as well, which is nice. Gone a bit premature there, Jacko. But let's not worry about that.
I'll let you take over.
Corey down to turn 1. Not sure what's inspired this livery, but it's not the usual, which means I've lost my favourite livery off the grid, which is a bit of a shame. But oh well. I suppose as long as it's fast. He's running Hamilton's McLaren helmet there, isn't he? So still keeping some of the Hamilton theme. Through Sector 1, looks all good so far. Turned in a little early for the Della Roger chicane. The Les are probably the hardest part of this track, because the car really does want to wash out wide, and if you get caught on the curve, you can either end up on the inside wall on the exit of 2, or just go out of the track limits. But Corey's kept it well inside. DRS underneath the old track. Looks around a tenth faster than where Risky was, and he's a second off pole at the moment, so I don't expect this to challenge. He may get onto the second row, but I'm not sure he'll be able to do much more than that as round the final corner. Doesn't quite meet the apex, but he still carried plenty of speed through. But Corey Dalton, this isn't going to be pole position. It should be 4th. It's 5th. He lost time in the last sector, which means Tony, pole number 12 then?
Indeed, correct. Not bad going for somebody in his 37th appearance. As a conversion rate of pretty much 33%. Call it 34, will be fair. But yeah, well done, Tony Kirkpatrick. Pole number 12 here in round 16 of season 12. But yeah, I didn't have time to mention it, but nice looking livery for Corey Dalton.
Yeah, I'd like to know what's inspired it, as I say, because it's not a Hamilton livery. But, yeah, well, I suppose, I'm sure he's got a reason for it. But once again, it's Tony Kirkpatrick just looking very much like a title winner. Not to get ahead of myself, but this is looking like a very good chance of him winning the title. But we'll see how he gets on. He's on pole ahead of Ben Shaw, Johannes, Sully, Corey, and the closest championship challenger, and Gareth, the top chase driver. Then we've got Wes who'll fall back, so that means Gareth and Pete will be next to each other, and Robin as well. Waitsy and Mike, Ben, Yuri. I mean, yeah, where's all the quick drivers? It's a very odd-looking grid, that, apart from Tony. So, yeah, this should be interesting. I suppose Arno didn't get to qualify, and Casper's not here, so maybe it just looks a bit. Obviously, it's going to be a bit less top-heavy when you're missing those two.
Yeah.
And
not
Jake
really
as well.
Worried about the fast drivers, though, are we?
Obviously, Jake's at the back too. Actually,
I told the fast boys earlier, like, nobody cares about you this evening. It's all about Robin, Bazza, Pete, and Gareth. I'm going to put you on the spot, Mr. Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
Of those four, who would you like to see join the other four?
Right, so that's an interesting question, because you asked me who I'd like to see rather than who I think will get through.
Okay. Who do you like, and then who do you think?
So I would like to see Pete get in. I think we'll see Gareth get in, because Gareth, I don't know, he likes to muck about, but when he actually needs to show up, he does tend to. Even when he's been knocked out in the past in Mexico, it's not like he's had a horrendous race. He just gets a bit unlucky. So I think actually this should be his, assuming no one hits him or anything like that. I mean, he had damage last week, and it's very easy to get into trouble. But obviously, the idea of Pete getting in and taking the championship 200 races after his last win would just be ridiculous. So I'd love to see that happen. But if I'm thinking in my head, I can't look past Gareth Hall tonight.
And if you're asking me, which you haven't yet, but I'll answer it anyway.
Yeah. Apologies.
I think that's okay. I think it would be great to see Pete in there for the very reasons that you gave, but to give him a bit of airtime. Bazza, because he has no right being there, and I don't think he'll be offended by me saying that. You are right about Gareth, who I think will make it in. Gareth purely because, as you say, he likes to mess about, but he knows when to be serious. But he has not had that form this season. Is that because he's messed about? Or is he just shit on this game? That's what we have to ask ourselves. So the four-man would say Robin. If he gets his head down, you'd be saying Gareth. And then Bazza and Pete, we can dream. That is my view on the setting for tonight, and it's going to be jolly exciting.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've given our predictions, but it's hard to tell, because I think at the same time, actually, if you ask me, out of the four, who's the outright fastest driver, the answer has to be Pete. But we just know he's capable of...
Can he convert it?
Yeah, it's just he can't really get it across the line sometimes. But it has to happen eventually. It happened for one of them tonight. I mean, what a story it'd be for Bazza. I mean, if he comes from last on the grid, I mean, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? He's behind Jake and Arnaud, so he can follow those two up. We haven't actually mentioned Jake. Won the last race in Canada, so that's why he didn't qualify. We know how this works at this point. He's looking to try and do the back-to-back. We haven't seen it happen this season. Will it happen tonight? Probably not, but you never know, so we'll keep an eye on him. But yeah, Bazza from the back, what a story that would be. But I imagine anything we can think of probably won't happen, because this is Jackocar, and it'll just throw something ridiculous at us. So look at all the barriers and just work out which one have I never seen a car hit before. And you'll probably see it tonight as the drivers line up on the grid for what is the sort of dress rehearsal for the Championship 5. It's slightly less important, some may say, but it's a Championship 4 to decide who from the chase makes it into the Championship 5, and it should be, as Jacko says in his very, very British style, which I don't really agree with, jolly exciting. How old is he? He's only 30, you know, not 130, but anyway, we'll not worry about that. We've got the lights on ahead of the drivers, massively long run down towards turn 1, and boogity boogity boogity, let's go racing. It looked to me like a pretty decent start at the front, but this should get pretty much concertinaed all the way up to turn 1. Anyone brakes even slightly too late here and you'll see contact, and Pete is one of those. He's made contact with Corey already, and he's broken the front wing, and this is what we were saying. I think he's probably faster, but then he'll go and get himself into an accident, and that's exactly what he's done. So he's lost half of the front wing already, and he'll struggle to survive this. Here comes Gareth. He'll be aware, surely, of the damage. He'll have seen the front wing coming off, because obviously in all that, Pete was getting ahead, and there's Corey and Risky, so it's not going to happen for Risky tonight, is it? As they've come together, and that'll be them further towards the back of the grid, and actually Corey's the one who gets the penalty for it. Although it looked to me like it was more Risky giving him a wee push, but we'll not worry about that. As Jacko says, we don't really care. This gives Wes a chance to. I mean, did you penalise him? He hasn't taken a penalty. He took his start normally. He's now racing Gareth and potentially putting his championship in jeopardy.
Yeah, well, put it this way: me and Jake have both messaged Waze. If he doesn't pit, well, then again, he doesn't have the drive-through to pit, so it would just be a normal pit stop. As he's not done that, he will receive a harsher penalty at the end of the race, but of course that does put him at risk of hurting other people's races, as Mike is out of this race.
Okay, that's full course yellow. No, it's a full safety car. I must correct myself. Full safety car. So, this gives Wes a chance to do some speeding under the safety car if he wants to get a drive-through penalty. Otherwise, yeah, he will be getting into some trouble. Because, yes, he started his qualifying lap too late, which means you've got to take a drive-through penalty at the start of the race. Ideally, you jump the start and then pit at the end of lap 1 to take the penalty. And if he'd done that, well, he would have just got a safety car to basically nullify that, so he's done himself harm here, really. But it has to be said as well, he created some very exciting racing in that first lap, so I'm a bit conflicted. R9's up to P9, he's had a good start. Jake, 11th. Robin down in 13th, he's not had a good start, and obviously Pete is staying up with the damage, hoping to make a pit stop. I suppose he can. I ask this every week. Can Pete make his first mandatory stop now, or does he have to do it at the end of lap 3? I know I ask this every week.
He can do it whenever he likes.
Okay, good. So he'll do it now then, because he's got the front wing damage. So that sort of rescues him a little bit there. He's running up in P4. It's a good start. Corey will undoubtedly be into the pits as well on this lap, just to take the penalty, really. Risky's already been into the pits to deal with the damage from the contact with Corey. It was happening on the exit of the De La Rocha chicane. Looks to me like a classic sort of lock of wheels, and nothing the two drivers can really do about it. But it's given Corey a 10-second penalty, which, take it now, it effectively means it's not really a penalty. Johannes, I believe, is into the pits. He is indeed. Followed not by Gareth Hall there, who made a last-minute decision to stay out. Pete obviously into the pits. He started on the soft compound tyres anyway, so maybe he was anticipating a safety car start. That's worked out quite well for him, actually. It has to be said. Let's see how many places he loses, because he's changed the front wing. He's not lost a place. He's not lost a place. That's incredible. You know, oh, he's not changed it. That's why.
He's not changed it. That's why. But to be fair, Bazza won here in the Kia series a few seasons ago with like the amount of wing that Pete has.
I don't know. So, this isn't sustainable. This is not sustainable. If I'm you, Pete, I'm just pitting again. Maybe he doesn't want to run the hard jet. Maybe he's doing this on purpose. But
maybe
you got to change that front wing now. Got to change the front wing because you're gonna ruin your race if you hold on to this. There's no point. Baz has put softs on, by the way, looking to go aggressive on the restart. I wonder if that's also tactical.
By the way, I'm looking at the top 3. Expect Gareth Hall to lead a lap tonight, at the very least, because I'm sure he will. But he is now a pit stop behind Pete Knighton, of course. Pete Knighton, who needs a front wing, but a pit stop behind nonetheless. So there is jeopardy already. Exciting. I did say it'd be jolly exciting, didn't I?
Yeah.
And thus it is proving us so far.
Yeah, please stop talking like that. As Pete let us say, he's a pit stop behind himself, frankly. This front wing needs to change. This needs to be back in the pits this lap. And change the front wing this time. Put some mediums on and change the front wing. It's only going to lose him, 5 more places? But it means he has the full complement of his front wing. It's a no-brainer. I'm sure he meant to change it before, but the game maybe had it set on auto, but he's missing most of it. I'm surprised auto didn't just change it anyway, so maybe he's got a bit unlucky there. But, well, the golden streaks on the car, they haven't helped yet, have they? As he comes back out in 14th. So he's still ahead of Bowser. I thought that was tactical, putting the softs on, and indeed, he comes out on some new hards. Corey behind them all, also on new hards.
In relation to your comment about gold, I would say it takes time to mature, but he's had 6 years for it to mature. And it's not working. As you say, lap 4, it's still a long way to go, but this race is always a quick one. So by the time you're back up to where you want to be, you've ran out of laps. So Pete needs to very much get on with it. He does have 2 speed drivers in front of him on the restart, but then his competitor Robin Border, who will not make life easy, and Baz are right behind him, who of course will not make life easy. So Gareth Hall very much away from the carnage, because he has competent drivers around him.
Just keeping an eye on the safety car, because how long's this been out for? Did it come out at the end of lap 1? Because we're already on lap...
End of lap 1.
Yeah, so this is going to be technically a 5th lap of safety car then. Unless it's pulled in right now, but this has been out very long indeed. Again, as you say, it's a short lap, so maybe that's why. But yeah, already on lap 5, and we've not had the safety car come in yet. Incredible, really. We never see this. And another pit stop for Pete Knighton. He's maybe wants to go now back to the hards. I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely racking up the stops.
Whilst we have an interval here, Jess has asked a very good question. What happens if all 4 chase drivers DNF? It's the same rule that applies in the Championship 5 if they all DNF. It's basically the driver who makes it furthest based on in-game classification. Unless we can... So if you get 2 cars retire next to each other, like physically on track, if we deem one to be slightly further ahead, we'll give it to them. But if the game says that another driver went further, then they'll get it.
Could you not do it based on points? In that case, or
no. Well, I could, but it's my name above the door.
I know, but I feel like Robin, especially if it's not his fault, he gets wiped out and everyone else is also wiped out, and he'll turn around and say, "But I got wiped out first, but I had the most points. It wasn't my fault."
We had this occur once before in a Monaco race, and I think it was Yuri that benefited. His car was literally like 3 meters further up the road than the car that he retired with, and he was given the count back result or something like that. I can't remember, because we've had about 207 races now, Owen, so but yeah, it is based on whoever makes it further. So there you go, Jess. It's Owen Wyatt's time to finally get this race underway again.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. 5 laps of safety car. When have you ever seen it on this game? But it means it's only taken up 1 slot, which is good news for the race, because it means any more incidents should keep things exciting. As always, very long run down towards turn 1, so Tony's going to have to get this right. He's got his teammate behind him. Well, he's got 2 teammates behind him, and he's had a very good start indeed. Behind the top 3, Arnaud is probably going to be looking at P4, but a lot of movement even behind him. Is he broken too late? He has broken too late, and his front wing's gone. There's a lot of damage there, and another car went straight on. I think it was Wace who's Well, only got a 3 second time penalty for that. I can't believe it. But into the back of him went Risky, I think, again. Or is it Waitsy? I think it was Waitsy, actually. So, yeah, total chaos on the restart. And look at Robin on the inside of Waste. He's got to be careful on the exit there. You can see him feathering the throttle. He doesn't want to get himself into an accident. He's doing the sensible thing. But looks to me like they've all survived. And here we go on Waste. Now down the inside goes Robin. And Waste into the grass. Oh, this is very, very difficult to manage if you're in a championship situation. Because here comes Risky now. Around the outside into the Ascari chicane. I think Robin's done the right thing there in just backing off. Ahead of this, Ben Harris had a bad run out of Ascari, and that's allowed Gareth Hall a little bit of margin because, well, the damage down, it has to be said, is coming. I wonder if he may actually be pitting this lap, because that is a lot of damage there. Wonder how many we will see pit in general, actually. Arnold does go in, and is that who was that? Was that Johannes pulling alongside Jake? And remember, this is Johannes, who's already made his first stop in this race. He's absolutely rocketed up the pack here, and he's up into 5th place already. He's having a very strong race so far. And look at Jamie Griffith there defending. Oh, and there's more contact behind as Corey and Yuri and Pete all get together. Pete's taking 2 or 3 cars, maybe even in one go there. He'll be very pleased with that. Baza caught in the middle of what was what looked to me like Corey and Yuri just sort of pushing each other off the road, really, at the first chicane. If you're a challenger contender getting past those two, you'll more than take it. And look at this. Johannes didn't quite get past Jake and is pushing him round the Lesmos. This is incredible.
I don't know if you saw that, Owen.
Risky's also catching, by the way, on the same strategy, I think.
Not sure, but Ben Harrett cleverly impeded Johannes' line to aid Jake O'Sullivan to get back into the position for the corner, and that's why Jake is still ahead. Ben Harrett loose on the exit of Ascari, though. It could all go wrong here for P4.
And Risky is on the same strategy, as is Robin. So Robin's got clear now of Jamie Griffiths. Robin's a net P3 at the minute, while Gareth's actual P3. So that tells you sort of where we are at the minute. But here comes Johannes. He fancies 2 cars in one go. He's going to get them as well.
Ben Harrett blocking.
Ben Harris giving him the toe. It's worked out perfectly here for Johannes. 3 wide, all over the grass. That might make braking a bit more difficult, but he's going to get ahead of Johannes, and that is a big move for him if he wants to win this race. He's had 4 horrendous races in a row. His 4 worst in Jackocar. And tonight, he would love to put that right and get a late season win. It means nothing, but it will give him plenty of confidence heading into season 13. All going well so far. Wace has picked up another penalty, and he still hasn't paid back his qualifying incident. So I sort of hazard a guess this might be the last we see of Wace this season. But yeah, I'm not assured.
It might be a DSQ. I'm not too sure what the stewards actually say. As Johannes pulls out from behind Gareth Hall and demotes him to P4. He is flying, is the German. It's Ben Shaw and Tony Kirkpatrick up next. Through Ascari they come once again here on lap 8. But yeah, net race leader for Johannes.
Worth pointing out that with the pit stop for Arnaud to change the front wing, that effectively has killed his Joker as well. Again, no one can ever win on the Joker, but it's just worth pointing out that he can no longer do this on one stop. Not on those tyres, never going to happen. So, yeah, he's hoping to do a bit of an undercut, even though he's had to change the front wing. I'm sure in clear air he'll have plenty of speed, as Johannes on the back there of Pete. But further behind, we've got side-by-side between Risky and Ben Harrett. And Ben Harrett is a little bit wide. That's going to allow Robin in. And Robin's driving very well at the moment. He's just keeping it all clean as Johannes. Right around the outside of the Curva Grande, gets himself up into second place. I don't think there's any point in fighting this if you are Ben Shaw. And indeed not. But this is Johannes. He's got a pit stop on most of these guys. I mean, this is going terrifically well. I don't think I've seen...
well.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a strategy work out this well for a very long time. If we get no more safety cars, he's going to be unbeatable.
Yeah. Dominating. Where was this Johannes when he needed to be this type of Johannes? About 4 races ago.
Well,
he had an awful playoff campaign, didn't he?
this is all about him, I imagine, regaining a little bit of the confidence he might have lost in those races, and I think this will do him the world of good if he can complete this strategy and win the race. Robin harrying the back of Ben Harrett, and he's going to get DRS here, as are Jake and Risky on Gareth, unless of course Gareth comes into the pits, which he does. Tony and Ben Shaw pitted as well, which means that we do have Johannes in the lead. This is all legitimate. Risky's on the back of Jake. That'll be for real second place, and you can see Robin and Pete Knighton's
right behind him.
Oh, it's contact though with Ben Harrett, and
of course there
he
is.
pushes Ben Harrett off the road, and he comes out on top for once. Does Pete Knighton? So yeah, as you say, right on the back of Robin. So he made so many pit stops under the safety car, but it hasn't really cost him anything since he did them all under safety car. But yeah, this is the championship race right now. Pete on the back of Robin. They're fighting for P3 in the race at the moment, but it's obviously more importantly about qualifying for the Championship 5. And
you know what? I won't be
Baz
hearing
is not
any
too far
complaints.
behind either, by the way. In fact, he's
not.
very close indeed. He's going to get past Ben Harrett, surely. You can't waste any time here, Barry. And I don't think he will.
Goes.
And yeah, he's 2 seconds behind these guys. This is heating up nicely.
It's turned on its head for Gareth Hall, hasn't it? I was going to say, though, I'm not going to have any complaints from Ben Harrett about that move from Pete Knighton. They gave as good as each other. And Pete Knighton through. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very bitty between those two when it comes to racing each other on track. That was as good as the other gave. Pete Knighton 1 position away from making it to a Championship 5 for the first time in 6 years as Ben Harrett pits.
So where is Gareth Hall then? He sits in 13th at the moment. Has been undercut by Arnaud. Quite significantly, considering he was behind him when he pitted, I'm pretty sure, and he's had to change the front wing as well, so that tells you the pace that he's got in 11th at the moment. We'll see where he ends up shaking out when all the... Well, I say where he shakes out. The pit stops have all sort of been made. I mean, he's 2.5 seconds behind Ben Shaw. So that is where Arnaud is. They're all a bit out of sequence, but that's because they didn't all take the stop on the first safety car, which, in fairness, doesn't normally work. But for some reason here, it's worked out extraordinarily well.
And you're looking at P4, 5, and 6 there. It's fascinating, isn't it? Absolutely fascinating how it's come about. As you say, strategy doesn't normally work, and Basil all of a sudden thinking he's got half a chance of making it to a Championship 5. And if you think this is exciting, you wait till next week when we go to Mexico and do it all over again. 5 of them fighting it out for what will be the Season 12 title.
Well, here we go. We've got Jake into the pits, so that means that these two are now going to be fighting for P3 on track, and it may well become a fight on this lap, because P9 is in DRS now on Robin, and if these two make life difficult for each other, Bazza, he is slower than them, but he's not a million miles away from them, and he'll absolutely be there to take advantage if and when this goes wrong. Pete has underfueled, by the way, just worth pointing out, and that's with 5 laps of safety car, so he will have to save a little bit of fuel at some point if we don't get any more, but it means that he should have a little bit more speed. But yeah, as we saw in Spa, if you get that wrong, we will see cars breaking down on the last lap. We saw 4 or 5 of them breaking down on that occasion when they all underfueled. So it has happened before this season, as we see Jamie Griffiths and Ben Harrett bumping wheels through turns 1 and 2. All fair. And Gareth, he's just running on his own. I mean, what is... The problem is, when we get to lap 14, these guys will be able to make their second stop. So a safety car doesn't even really help them at that point, does
Pete
it?
Knighton loose! He almost threw it away at Ascario, and sorry to interrupt. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Gareth Hall, he needs a safety car now at this point.
How bizarre. I can't believe that strategy's worked for once. It never works. Never. Oh,
Here we
Weiss has been in the wall. That'll be a safety car, and it is. Okay.
Saviour for Gareth Hall.
I don't know. I suppose it puts them back in the mix, but they're all going to pit anyway under the safety car. Right?
Why would you not? You'd be silly not to, wouldn't you now?
I mean, lap
Arnaud is the
13...
first one in.
well, Arnaud is on a Joker. He can pit whenever he wants, of course. But
Yeah.
these guys are on lap 13. We've discussed this before. 13, 14. 13 and a half is a halfway point. So pit on lap 13 or 14 whenever you fancy it. Really, we're not going to really worry about it. Which means we should see the whole field come in really to take their second stops, and then it'll be a free for all to get to the end of this race. Good comment. Yeah.
Yep, I had a mouthful of Dr. Pepper.
I do apologise.
Nothing I could do.
But yeah, Arnaud's come back out. I think he'll still be on the safety car delta, so that's the only thing that will slightly frustrate him here, but at least he's got no cars he has to stack with or anything like that. And he's a factor in this race now. Absolutely a factor, because we know he's got pace. Assuming he doesn't get the braking run into turn 1 this time, look out for him. We know he's quick round here. He's quick everywhere, though. I mean, that's the thing with Arnaud. If you need a grenade thrown into a pack of cars, he's your man. So we'll see how he gets on. But yeah, let's say effectively every car should pit. Johannes hasn't. Risky. Okay, no one is apart from Pete. So Pete. Yeah, so Pete has. Oh, and Baz's speeds, and that's a killer. But yeah, so this will be legal. We've had this discussion so many times in so many races where there's effectively 2 corners or
Robin.
There's 2 laps we can call half distance, and this is one of them. This is a fair stop for Pete. So that's his pit strategy completed, and I'll tell you what, he's
Ahead of Gareth.
He's the net race leader. He's the net race leader. That's what he is. No, you can't win this one. But you can't win this one. One race too early. Not this one. But he is the net race leader. Is Pete Knighton? That is official. And
I'm sure the stewards will say it should be lap 14 onwards, right?
Yeah, I think you'll find your names above the door, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're not going to repeat this opportunity. Race win number 4, Pete Knighton.
And the reason I say that is because the leaders have all caught the safety car. I think this will have to cost them time. No one's under Delta right now. And Robin, as you say, picks up a penalty needlessly. Baza picks one up needlessly. Gareth still has to make another pit stop. This is... I can't believe it. I actually cannot believe it. He's the net race leader. He may even become the flat-out race leader if they all pit on this lap. Let's see what they do. Ooh, they're all pitting.
Johannes.
They're all pitting, apart from... Oh, there's always one. There's always one.
Oh, wow.
And
Of course there is.
Johannes speeds, but yeah, I tell you what, speed 1-2, but it's going to be Yuri and Jake stays out as well. Oh, yeah, absolute killjoy.
Oh,
right,
boring.
let's see if Pete actually makes it out ahead of these guys, just to confirm he does. Yes, we like this. Well, and Baza, if only Baza hadn't got a speeding penalty, there would have been 1-2. Oh. He'll be kicking himself more than I'm kicking him after the race. Oh dear. 800 races and you're 801st. You still don't know how to hit the brakes. That'll hurt. This will be hurting a lot. Next up then, thanks to Johannes' penalty, we've got Risky, who was involved in a lap 1 accident. The safety cars have decided everything here, but the order here is absolutely all over the place. But let me be absolutely clear. Pete Knighton is going to lead this race, assuming he doesn't have any issues. He could well win this race because people aren't going to affect this Championship 4 for the chase guys. They don't want to be the guy that ruins it. It's sort of an unwritten rule, it has to be said. But, there's basic respect when it comes to these things. And if they see Pete Knighton winning for the first time in 199 races, you're damn well not going to be the person to ruin it. Well, and it's the first time I think we've seen gold on the car. Well, luckily Ben Harrett's last.
Oh, he is last, yeah. Well, when he comes around to lap him.
Well, that would be a sight to behold, wouldn't it? But let us say, the first time we waxed the gold on the car, and look at what's happening, Pete. Huh? Has to be said, he has actually been in this position before, and it has gone wrong many times. As Johannes takes his 10-second penalty.
lap 13, will the stewards allow it?
We'll have
I'm going to allow it.
Yeah, on precedent, we have to allow it because we've allowed this at effectively every race that ends in an odd number. There's,
and you know what?
There's no investigation to be had here.
I've never seen any issue with pit stops this season. This whole season, there's been no issue with, he pit a lap early, or he pit 2 laps early. Anyone that's pitted early and then not pitted, they get punished correctly. But there has been no issue with the sort of halfway -1 +1. So everyone went for lap 14 apart from Pete Knighton, and it's benefited him massively to the point where he could win his first race for, let's call it 6 years, as we have done with his championship and whatnot.
It's close enough. I mean, it's not quite 6 years, but I mean, yeah.
Will Sullivan want to win the race as well?
I don't think he'll take it off Pete. I really don't. Their teammates, for Christ's sake.
Season 2.
Yeah, their teammates, for Christ's sake. And as you say, there's a 10-season-old debt to be repaid here. So if we remember it, they certainly remember it. So and we've got a restart. We've got a restart, and the pack are not going to catch up here. Ben Hart's not going to be able to catch up in time. He won't. Gareth Hall he should catch up, but yeah, some of them may not catch up. Arnold, oh no, we need Arnold to catch up. Everyone go quicker. Or Yuri, just don't bother restarting yet. Yuri, by the way, on the oldest tyres of the lot, he's just staying out for a bit of glory.
He's led 2 laps so far. He's going to cause a nightmare, isn't he?
Again, he's batting.
All he has to do is get round turn 1.
He's batting for his teammate here. Surely is Yuri. I mean, the speed guys presumably will all be in a party, and they'll all be sort of very aware of Pete's situation. So
look at the gap between Yuri and Jake.
Yeah, is that legal?
You close that gap, Jake. No, not that big anyway.
Well, we'll note that. But Yuri's restarted the race.
Absolutely.
And, okay, fair enough. Ben Hart just about did catch up. In fact, he may have had a bit of a jump on them. But anyway, down towards turn 1. The big gap's probably helped Pete, actually, to stay out of trouble. But here comes Bazza! And he's hit him! Oh, what was all that about? And there's more contact behind. Someone's front wing's gone. I want to say it's Ben Shaw's. There was a bit of red front wing. It wasn't his. It was Corey's, and he's just pushed Johannes all the way off into the grass. So I wonder if those two have come together. But Yuri leads ahead of Jake, who's not quite been able to get past yet. You'd expect him to be faster. And look at Yuri. Not Yuri. That's risky at the inside of Bazza, and I did see Jamie Griffiths was spinning off in the background as well. He may have held it. Here comes... Oh, nearly contact between Robin. Oh, and Bazza, but right around the outside of the second Lesmo. Look at this free wide as Tony squeezes through the middle. He's not done yet. He wants a slice of this. And look at Ben Shaw as well. What a set of course for those two. Contact Robin and Bazza off the track, and I think Johannes has been sent across the Ascari chicane as Jacob Sullivan retakes the lead of the race. High drama here. Here's Pete Knighton right on the outside of Yuri. Yuri's not going to make this a problem, surely. And, he nearly loses it, does Yuri on the exit. But Pete up into second place. But Tony, again, surely has got a bat. This is speed drivers everywhere. Arnaud was 15th on the restart. He's up to 6th. He may not play ball, actually. But anyway, Pete's gone a bit deep into the first chicane. Again, it's not actually about the victory. He doesn't have to win. He just has to be the highest of the chase drivers. But, I mean, try telling him that when he's staring at the race leader while he's in the net lead. But Tony's looking very fast.
Wow. I don't know if you saw it in the middle of all of that. Pete's off on it. It's like, oh my god. Bazza's car was in the air in Ascari as well. He went right over the bumps as he was fighting Johannes and Tony and Ben Shaw, and he must have some sort of underbody damage as he somehow still finds himself in P11. Gareth P12, Robin P7. Pete on his way to a championship 5 with 10 laps to go. Make it 9.5. Tony gets through on Sullivan Lewis.
Yeah, I do think Tony's probably too fast for Pete here, and if anything, Pete may just let him go. I don't know really what the plan is, but again, the main priority is get into the championship. That is the main objective. But again, these two may be fighting for that championship next week, so you've got to show a bit of fight here, Pete. but he's not got any pace. And Risky may follow him through here. Tony, who's, straight away up, and here comes Risky. He will follow him through. Wow. Ooh, late on the brakes, Pete. But he does leave the door open. And now Arnold's going to come through as well. And all of a sudden, in one corner, he's lost 3 places. Oh, dear. Well, it's from Valhalla.
We started to dream, didn't we? That was the problem.
I think we're watching him play sensible, which is very unlike him. As I say, that moves over to defend from Ben Shaw. But this is a Pete Knighton who's driving possibly too slowly for his own good. Actually, he's got to be careful with this because Robin is still in the picture, and if he picks up a penalty or something, he'll be ruining letting all these guys through. But anyway, he's going to have Ben Shaw coming out next. And the pace is not
Pete's
there.
lag is scaring me. Every time he goes round a corner, his car jumps, and I don't know if he's losing under braking, spinning, or if it is just lag. So far, it has just been lag. But look at Tony Kirkpatrick flying. Net race leader, because Jake O'Sullivan needs to make another pit stop. What does Tony do? Does he let Risky have a win?
Well, that might not be an option to him, because I think Arnold's looking at the pair of them here. I mean, he's come from the back of the grid again, and he's looking good as Pete into the pits. So, has someone been in his ear to tell him that pit stop was no good? Because he's into the pits. If we get a safety car here for wasting the wall again, he may get away with this, but don't think we're going to get one. So, has someone been in his ear, do you reckon? To tell him that pit stop wasn't legal? Because that may cause a little bit of controversy. Because it's taking him out of the championship at the minute. As Arnold moves up into 3rd place, which doesn't help Risky's case for a win.
Nope. Still one for a podium. That puts Robin into the box seat then.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Not really, because Gareth Hall hasn't got a penalty, and you'd expect. Again, I think he's faster. Personally,
but it is only 3 seconds though.
Yeah, but well, you are right, but we'll see. But I think Gareth just gotta stay calm. He'll have seen that Pete was in the pits. He'll know Baz is miles behind, having also been in the pits. Those two high all of a sudden need a safety car. They were net 1-2 at one point, and they suddenly now need a safety car. Oh dear, what a race! But
makes me sick.
But Gareth, the gap at the minute is about 5 seconds between him and Robin. So he needs 2 seconds. He surely can find that, but we'll wait and see. Again, Robin, he is the points leader.
Oh, Jake's locked up.
Oh,
he's gone straight on at turn 1.
What's he doing this for? I suppose trying to avoid a penalty, but it's not worked.
Oh. No, he genuinely missed the braking zone and just went straight on. Yeah.
Well, there goes. That'll be a safety car. Wace says, "No, it won't. It'll be a virtual safety car." So Wace is that'll annoy Jake as Wace crashes out of the race, and if this VSC stays up... Oh, now it's a full safety car. Okay, so Jake, you got that penalty for nothing, mate. If you just kept it on the road, you'd have been able to pit and not to worry about a penalty, but... oh well. That's the safety car that Pete and Barry Baza needed. No penalties for either of those two, remember, and Garth as well. Are we going to see some drivers in for some soft compound tyres?
It's exciting.
This is very...
It sure is exciting. What would you do, Owen? If you're... I don't know. If you're Gareth Hall, what do you do?
Pit.
If you're Pete Knighton, what do you do?
Pit. Saying that, he's already on new tyres, isn't he? But I mean, if you're that low... Whack some softs on. Just. Robin's got a penalty, so you don't actually have to. We've seen how quickly people catch up on restarts on better tyres, and it looks to me like a lot of them are going to go for this. Tony's got a penalty, but they're all going to be in for a new soft. So that answers the question. That now creates a new question: do you stay out knowing that everyone is pitted? Because again, Pete's on 2-lap old tyres. I mean, depends if he can make any positions here. In fairness, he's a long way back. Ben Harrett, who was last,
he'll get something out of it.
Well, he's in the lead. No, that's what he's in. He's
How's he done that then?
he's the only one. The only one bar Pete who's not pitted, and Pete has stayed out, I think, just a bite to get ahead of Robin.
And Pete's in the box seat.
And he's done that, but his tyres are okay. They're okay looking, but the rest of them pitting for new sauce. This should be interesting. But yeah, Ben, this is a legitimate lead for Ben, but it's just about he won't be able to keep the tyres. And I tell you what, this is Ben Hart, who was narrowly knocked out of the chase last time out, and well, he could really have done with still being in, because it would have put him right in with a shot, and that would have been a very exciting last couple of laps. It could still be a very exciting last couple of laps.
Ben Harrett is not here to win this race. He's here to cause an influence on who makes it to the Championship 5, Owen.
And he doesn't like Pete.
He is not good mates with Pete at all.
He doesn't like
Gareth Hall is all of a sudden, his eyes are lighting up, because I think the Robin penalty puts Robin out of this.
And have a look at these three. Pete, Robin, Gareth all lined up.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it? How Jackocar has done something right once again.
Oh dear.
This
Can you tell he's only got a week left? Look at how good I am. Ooh.
Well, just making sure everyone remembers this is my legacy after all. Of course, it'll be ruined next year when Gareth and Ben take over. Yeah, it won't be ruined. They've got some very good ideas. They've got some very good ideas coming, let me tell you. I tell you what as well, the build-up. Never forget the Jackocar build-up for the Championship 5 coming to you at about 6 PM next week, maybe? Something like that.
Tony's taking his penalty, which is fair. It's a shame, like I said, it's a real shame that Jake picked up that penalty for going off, because once again, this is actually a legitimate chance to have done the back-to-back, but he just had to muck a bite, didn't he, at turn 1? He just had to muck a bite.
Anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, it does though. I'm
looking
pissed off. I'm really pissed off. We spent all the last week talking about how often this doesn't happen, and for goodness sake, it actually really should happen, and he somehow is messing this up. Anyway, this is Jake, in fairness, who's only won 2 races all season, so I suppose at least he's actually up there.
But more than anybody else all time, so you know.
Wow, there's that.
He's going to go into next week looking for his 4th Cup Series title.
By the way, the extra pit stops that were going on there in the last lap has now brought Baza. If Corey would just get out of the way, then these 4 would all be in line.
Yeah.
with Pete, Robin, Gareth, and Baza. With Baza, Gareth, and Pete, no penalties. Robin with the penalty. Robin's the one he's going to have to make. He's going to be the one who has to make it happen now. That's if the safety car comes in this lap. You'd expect it to, but again, we did see earlier on in the race, instead of for 5 laps. I mean, the longer this takes to come in, the better Ben Harrett's chances are of winning.
Yeah,
that's what that means.
In that Championship 5 next week, of course, it will be Corey Dalton, Tony Kirkpatrick, Jake O'Sullivan, Casper Klein will be back, just serving a race ban this week. But we have no idea who is going to join them, who will make up the 5 for the Championship 5. Pete Knighton, Robin Border, Gareth Hall, Barry Baldwin, all 4 of them spread across 5 places, and all 4 of them looking for a shot at a Cup Series title. The chase, hang on, what was I trying to say? The championship has been won by chase drivers before. Jake O'Sullivan, notably in Season 5. Ben Shaw in Season 8. Did he go through the chase in Season 8? I can't remember.
Who?
But I'm sure it's been done.
Who?
Ben Shaw.
Ben
it's been
Shaw.
done twice. Yeah.
Was that in like the Prime Project Chase era? Was it?
I don't know. I feel like he was too good that season to have gone through the chase, because Leroy was part of that C5, wasn't he?
Don't remember.
So I feel like Leroy or Ben Harrett would have been the C5. The C5,
it wasn't
the chase
Ben.
driver.
It wasn't Ben Harrett, because he won the Super Speedway to get in. He was like the first locked in for that season, wasn't he?
Oh yes, he was. And then it was Arnaud Khalifa who pitted with 7 to go, never made up the time.
I feel like
I'm sure it must have been Leroy.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't matter. I think this matters. I've got goosebumps here.
Yeah, well,
this is going to
be exciting.
the next sort of 4 minutes is going to dictate everything here. We're going to have 3 laps left. Look, it needs a miracle for Ben Howard to hold on to a win here. Risky will be looking at a shot at it. Ben Shaw also looking at his first win of the season. He'll be looking at a shot at it. I mean, anything could happen here, really. Arnaud, yeah. I mean, he's probably a bit sick of winning, really. But anyway, we're running the final corner. The safety car is in. Yuri's refusing to catch the pack up for some reason. But we'll not worry about him. He's very much rooted to the back of the field. As Ben Harrett leads the field to green. 3 to go. And look at Risky already harrying the back of Arnaud. A lot of weaving here from Ben Harrett into turn 1. Will Risky send it right on the outside? He does. This is for the lead. And Arnaud's broke the front wing. Oh, that's brilliant news.
Risky.
Oh, no, not Risky as well. Did he? I don't think he...
Yes, it's gone.
No, it's not. He's still got the front wing on the car. It was Arnaud's. I was sure it was Arnaud's. And it was. Now up towards the De La Roja. Look at the blocking. Oh, and even more front wings come off from Arnaud here. And oh, he's going to go round. But crucially, Risky's got through. And this is going to cause chaos. Look at Robin peeking through here. And he needs to because he's building a little bit of a gap. He's got Johannes and Corey who are side by side, but both keeping the 2 championship contenders behind. They've now made contact. And Arnaud, where has he gone? Has he been in the wall?
Oh my god.
He has been in the wall.
I think so.
Risky. Well, he's not actually in the lead yet, is he? He's got to get past Ben Howard, and that's easier said than done. Ben Shaw is up there.
Gareth just put Pete not on the grass, but on the AstroTurf. He's now dropped 2 positions.
This is championship
but
position
yeah, the minute
still.
it's Gareth Hall going through.
All these penalties causing chaos, but the bigger problem for these guys is going to be Ben Harrett. As we've got 2 laps to go, they've both gone off the road.
No.
Oh, that's so lazy. Why would you do that? That was so stupid. They both just went off on the way down towards turn 1. They were over defending, over driving, and now Ben Shaw just going to not get a penalty and win the race. Gareth Hall's in second place. Oh, there's front wings everywhere at turn 1. And I fear it might have been Pete Knighton's front wing that was the one flying off. It was. Oh, Dave, I think Corey's missing his front wing as well. It's all kicking off. Someone's going to do something to Ben Shaw. Luckily, Ben Howard's right in front of him, so he can probably do something to him. But, yeah, it's all very much kicked off in the way we expected it to. And I'll tell you what, actually, as Pete is out of the championship now, it's just gone completely tits up. But I tell you what, Risky could still win this race because I think Ben Harrett's going to block the hell out of this. Here comes Ben Shaw. Will Harrett defend? No. Contact. Oh, Robin just misses him. My goodness. Robin's sitting P4 on the road, but it's not enough because Gareth Hall's on for a podium here. He's also got a massive amount of front wing damage, though. Anything could happen here, Jacko. You've got to be quick with this.
Don't worry, I'm going to be quick. It's going to be, you won't believe it, 1 lap to go. Sullivan Lewis finally in with a chance of winning this race. But what about Ben Shaw? It's been 59 races since he got his last race win. Can he do something about that? Jacob Sullivan takes P2. It won't matter because of penalties. Owen Wyatt. Right,
so Gareth's now got back past Tony, but he's missing so much of the front wing. He's got to be so careful on this final lap. He'll have absolutely no front end grip. Barely 1.5 behind Sully at the moment, and like I said, going off
Gareth getting blocked by Johannes.
Going off the track on the main straight is sadly going to cost Sully this race. It's such a bad way to lose it, but yeah, he's got sucked in there by Ben Harrett, who's now sat down in 9th place. It was so unnecessary. But yeah, this issue with Johannes right now, and Gareth's cut the corner, and now he's made contact, and he might well start to lose his head a little bit because he's been absolutely done there by Johannes, and it looks like the points leader in the chase is going to be the one to make it in the end, but he's got to get himself to the line first, sitting in P4 on the road. What a performance. Will Jake O'Sullivan send this on Risky into the final corner? I thought he might. Oh, Risky! Oh, my goodness, what a slide! How has he held that? Unbelievable. Wow. Jake's going to get to the line. It's not the back-to-back win he was looking for, but he's got to the line first. Ben Shaw!
He's done it on a big stage, Owen Wyatt.
But who cares about that? Robin, P4. What a result! Bazza P5, so unlucky not to get in at the end. But it's Robin who makes the championship 5, and I saw the accident going on there. Yeah. Well, that was so quite as chaotic an ending as you could have hoped for, as he was. Is that the second week in a row he's been upside down?
Yes.
He's upside down in Canada as well. We didn't quite catch it on that occasion, but yeah, that is the second week he's been upside down. As Arnold crosses the line to finish last. Oh dear.
Oh, that was fantastic. Ben Shaw gets another win in the Jackocar era. The Jacko era, I should say. Unbelievable. Race win number 14, and it counts for nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And I tell you what, it again, we'll keep saying it. It's a shame because if he had just been able to show up for China, you know, it could have actually meant something. But he wasn't able to get there on that occasion. And yeah, hopefully that doesn't upset him too much. But a win's a win. It's a British top 3 there in the end, and I wouldn't like to know what. Actually, I would. I'd love to know how upset Gareth is at the minute. But Johannes basically was so slow on that final lap, and for some reason Gareth thought, no, I'll cut Lesmo too. That'll deal with it. Gave him the penalty. Completely cost him.
Gareth appears to be blaming Johannes for defending in a different way to normal. I don't know if he's angry with it or not.
Does Gareth know who he is? Has Gareth never seen his own driving? How can he say that? How can he say that? Besides, you're destined to be in the commentary box for a Championship 5 anyway, mate. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how these things work.
So, for once, Gareth Hall not knocked out in Mexico. Wow. Robin Border will go there with Jake O'Sullivan, Casper Klein. I've forgotten who else is in it. That was so exciting. Who were the other two? Owen, Tony Kirkpatrick and Corey Dalton.
Yes. So, have we ever actually done a Championship 5 around Monza? We have, haven't we? Around Monza? Have we done one before? Yeah, we've not actually. I know we've done it in the Kia, haven't we? Yeah. Well, I wonder if that'll be the first thing on Ben Shaw's list of things to do for next season. He may just ignore Gareth Hall's input on that one, but he's won here today. I'm sure he'd love that to be the Championship 5 next season. It was a brilliant race. But we will be, well, yeah, back for one final race next week. A season, once again, has gone by very, very quickly, but it leaves us, once again, we'll just reiterate, with Tony Kirkpatrick, Casper Klein, I forgot as well, Jake O'Sullivan, Corey Dalton, and the other one, Robin Border. Forgot his name. They are the Championship 5. They will be going for a championship next week. It is very simple. First across the line wins the championship. No calculators are needed for this. Nice and simple. So yeah, that's it. We'll be away, I think. Nothing else to say, really.
No. I'm quite content with that. One race left of the Jacko era, and I've managed to do it without any allegations of rape or paedophilia or racism. I've done really well.
I did. I watched about a clip from USA Short last season, actually, where you were a big fan of Gino D'Acampo. I don't remember how that sexual misconduct case turned out. I might actually look that up. You know, that might be how he closed the stream, because that might be what gets you. You see.
Maybe, but they haven't got me yet.
Well,
and I'll be here on Thursday.
Yeah, they haven't got him yet. I'll say nothing. He's a bully now. Is Gino? He apparently humiliated people, so he's not. It's not a nonce or a rapist, but he does humiliate people, apparently. So that's where we'll leave it. The resident Italian of the Jackocar League is a rapist, and he intimidates and bullies people. And that's Jacko's legacy. So thanks for watching. I'll not let Jacko reply to that one. And we'll be back from Mexico. We'll try and get Gareth in the comment. I assume we'll probably get Gareth in the commentary box, because he's not going to want to race this, is he?
He might do driver comms.
That could be. Yeah, that could work. Well, you'll find out next week, I suppose. Will we be on at 7? Actually, meant to ask that. Will it be 7 or a bit later?
It'll be a bit later because of build-up. So people don't want to miss that, obviously. Apparently, there's a very good scene at the end. That's all I can say.
Well, we look forward to that then. Dua Lipa making an appearance?
The chat. I don't think so. Have a look at the chat.
Which chat am I looking at?
I don't think that. Series season 12.
Right, I see. I see. Right. Well,
you see that one.
well, we'll worry about that later. Right. I've tried to end this 4 or 5 times. I keep getting caught on tangents. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
With 11 viewers, what are you all doing here?